So obviously good win at the weekend, through to the next round of the Cup and a nice win over Peterborough as well.
Yeah, a good win. I think we've been threatening to do that for a little while, take our chances, and we've done that. So, and the good thing about it, I suppose, really, when you look at it, is we were playing, a top League One team. So that's important, and that will give the lads good encouragement going forward. So while it's not ideal, you don't really want to play a team in your own division. It worked out pretty good for us at the weekend against a good Peterborough team.
And nice to see goals come from all over the pitch again.
Yeah, I mean, I would say I think we have got that more this year rather than relying on Dan or Ryan, which is pretty much what we were doing last year. So, that is important, and we get an assist from all over the pitch as well, which is really, really important. But even though we're in a bit of a tough run results-wise, I've been pretty pleased with the lads' performances. I think they've been really good.
And obviously hoping just to carry that in then to this weekend.
Of course, yeah, that's the idea.
Sunderland in the next round. What do you think of that draw?
I haven't really thought a lot about it, to be honest. I think that I think it's a good draw because we're at home. We had 2 good games with them last year. So yeah, I don't think it's a bad draw at all. I definitely think that it's a game that we can get a result in. So yeah, we'll be looking forward to it. But that's quite a way off now, so we can concentrate on the league, and I'm sure that Sunderland will be doing the same.
And just a word for Matt Pennington. That's his 4th goal of the season. So doing well at both ends of the pitch.
He probably could have had more as well, Penno. Funny enough, but I think Shay could, and Tom's had a couple of opportunities. Tom's probably had the least opportunities that I can think about. Shay's had a few headers, but yeah, I mean, I actually think probably Penno could have nicked a couple more. He's quite good like that in the box. It's always a bonus when you can get goals from centre back.
And is that something you encourage as well for your defenders to get forward and when the opportunity presents itself?
When the time's right, yeah. I don't want them to start waltzing off in free play, if you know what I mean. I think that a couple of times where we're thinking we're trying to nick a goal, we've put Shay up front for 5 minutes or so then, because really what we're going to do is we're going to go direct, we're going to go into the box, and he's obviously quite probably the strongest header of the ball in our club. So yeah, why not on those moments? It isn't something we would be doing certain early in the game, but there will be opportunities for them, and we I don't mind them stepping in and joining in. You see that quite often with Tom and with Matthew where they go and join in. So yeah,
obviously encouraging for the goals to be coming from all over, because that's always a good place to start. But for the strikers that maybe haven't been in the goal as of late, is that just a thing of waiting game of it'll come?
I think they're having a few chances. So I think it's been the same, for all of them. I think what you have to bear in mind is sometimes it takes strikers time to know where their wide players cross it, and we've had 5 right wing backs this year. We've had 3 play at left wing back for us, albeit Josh in a cameo, but we've had Jordan, George. So the strikers, perhaps the crosses haven't been the same from all of those, so they could be making the right runs, but because the team has chopped and changed around so much through injuries, if you're a striker, for instance, you look at our right side, right, where's Taylor Moore going to cross it? What's he going to do? Because that'll be different to what Julian Da Costa does. That'll be different to what Elliot Bennett's done. That'll be different to what Carl Winchester's done. So, all in all, it's pretty difficult sometimes for the strikers. So, whilst a lot gets laid on their door, and I would do that as well at times, that'll be predominantly when I think they haven't made the right decision on a chance they get. But that's the idea of, a manager or a coach and explaining to them afterwards. But I think that I think they will start scoring, yeah.
Is that just a byproduct of the injuries, that they can't develop those relationships when it is changing all the time, of just knowing he's going to put it there, I got to be there?
Well, I mean, what I've just said to you about the right wing back situation, I would say yes. And Ricky Pike, that was the other one I didn't mention. So, when you've got Ricky out there and the 4 other boys that I've just mentioned, Winnie, who's played out there, Taylor Moore, Elliot Bennett, Julian DaCosta, they're all different out there. And it's more a credit to them that they've been able to adjust and be out there than a slight on the forwards not knowing perhaps where they're going to cross it, because they're all different.
And a word for the younger players as well. Obviously, last Saturday you had your bench, you got plenty of young players on there, so they're getting the opportunities to get out there and get on the bench.
Well, I mean, to be on the bench. I mean, in an ideal scenario, they wouldn't be there at this moment in time, but. It's good that they are there for them. It's good experience for them. They train with us on a regular basis. So, from our youth team players, what we have to bear in mind, it's a big jump. And it's not just a jump from being a 16 or a 17-year-old to men's football. It's not like they've got an under-23 team that they can play in for a development side for a couple of years. So the jump is huge for them, and I think they've done very well, to be anywhere like.
And on the topic of young players, Charlie Caton's obviously out on loan, got his first goals, been getting some assists, so he's coming for a lot of praise. So a positive loan spell for him. Yeah,
sounds like it. I mean, we haven't had time to scout Charlie at this moment in time, but we will do. But it's good that he's gone out there and done well. He's trained well, but it's a different level. That's what we have to bear in mind. It's a different level for Charlie. So I would expect Charlie to go out there and do well. Yeah, and we're pleased that he is.
And will the opportunity present itself for others? I know Cade Craig obviously is injured now, but he was out on loan at Telford. Will that opportunity come for others?
I think we had this question the other week, and I said, I don't know how many more we can send out. We haven't got many more anyway. We haven't got many more to bring on the bench. So, that question is miles in the future, really, and not one I can answer.
And then just finally looking ahead to Lincoln on Saturday, early kick-off as well. So just thoughts going into that one.
Definitely got to get up earlier on Saturday morning, everybody. But again, we're looking forward to. We're at home. We need the crowd behind us, because I think their crowd that will come, I think, will be noisy. They'll have a good following, so we want it to be our home game, and I want the players to feel that, and I want the players to feel off the energy of our supporters. I think that's really important going into Saturday. And I think Lincoln, they've had a really good start to the season, and Mark's done a good job in there. So we know it'll be a difficult game, but one we're up for and we're ready for. And
just a quick one, Julie and Aidan still going to see the specialist later?
Yep.
Perfect, thank you.
Yeah, they are.